I want to give you 5 tips to help you achieve a high quality of sleep and reduce the impact of this time change to your health. There are several practical tips you can start trying from tonight. First, try to get enough sleep every single day from today until the time change day. If normally you sleep 7 hours, that's enough for you, then try to get that. But also, if you are a short sleeper, you only need 5 or 6 hours of sleep to feel great and you always do that, then try to get that. Second, start shifting the bedtime and rise time to 15 minutes earlier each day, starting tonight. So after 4 or 5 days, you will shift about 1 hour to help you really adjust to the time change by the weekend. 3. So adjust the sleep time cues accordingly. When do you eat meals? When do you do exercise? When do you do other daily routines? As you go to bed and get up earlier every day, you want to adjust those timing earlier as well, just to make it consistent with your bedtime and rise time. So 4, at the day of the time change, try to shift the clock to 1 hour early in the afternoon, and then do all the rest of the routine based on this new clock. This can really help you to reduce the impact of this 1 hour shift the next day. 5, after the time change, for the following several days, try to get up and get out. Get 15 minutes of sun exposure, as much as you can. This can really help you reset your circadian rhythm, your biological clock, to help you get used to the new clock as soon as possible. This can also help you boost your energy, reduce the chance of getting into a car accident, and improve your sleep quality. So these simple tips are recommended by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and many other sleep experts in America. Recently, there's also a lot of debate about should we make this daylight saving time permanent or should we make the standard time permanent? If you are interested in this topic, I actually interviewed JP, the president of the nonprofit organization of Saving Standard Time. So basically, this organization, along with American Academy of Sleep Medicine and Sleep Foundation and many other sleep experts, prefer saving the standard time and keep that permanent instead of keeping the daylight saving time permanent. So what's the harm of daylight saving time? Let's find out.
Most people don't realize that DST is a clock itself. They think it's only the act of changing the clock. And so it's really easy to manipulate the misinformation and say, we need to get rid of the clock change. And it's true we need to get rid of the clock change, but we also need to get rid of DST itself. We find medically that we need sunlight in the morning when we wake. It helps us awaken. It helps us feel good and alert and on time naturally. It triggers cortisol hormone and other endocrinology and neurology to get us going, a healthy way to wake. Also in the evening, when the sun is going down and it's getting darker, that triggers melatonin and other responses to make us feel sleepy in a natural way. It helps us fall asleep on time. With daylight saving time, we turn the clock ahead an hour as a way of tricking ourselves into waking earlier. People talk about daylight saving time as saving time, which sounds positive. Again, it's kind of a marketing angle. People talk about having more daylight in the evening, but where does that more daylight come from? It comes from the morning when we should be sleeping. With daylight saving time, we set the clock an hour ahead as a way to force ourselves to awaken an hour earlier. And if we were to extend DST into the winter half of the year, most of the population would be forced to wake up by alarm in the dark for half the year, from October through March for 6 months, we are waking ourselves too early. And then in the evening, we're not going to bed any earlier. So we are, over the long term, losing sleep. And especially in the winter half of the year, we need sleep more. We tend to sleep more in the winter and less in the summer. And over time, it has chronic effects on our health. It can increase significantly risks for heart disease, cancer, diabetes, depression, other metabolic and neurological disorders. It decreases alertness, which has effects on safety, traffic safety, workplace safety. It has effects on learning, the education of our children. In the workplace, productivity would suffer, and we've even found that wages tend to go down when we artificially delay sunrise and sunset. So it has very real effects on health, public safety, education, and even the economy. A lot of people forget really easily that we tried permanent daylight saving time in the United States during World War II, and it was very unpopular. We were doing it for the war effort, but as soon as the war was over, we changed it right back to permanent standard time. But there were special interests, the petroleum industry and the chambers of commerce, the retail industry, saw that people were driving more in the evening when they had this perception of added daylight, and they were shopping more in the evening. So they lobbied to bring it back, and they've lobbied ever since to extend it from 6 months to 7 months to 8 months, and then now they're pushing hard to make it a full 12 months. So as I said, I got involved in 2019. I began to see circadian scientists especially producing statements in 2018, 2019, 2020, and in 2021. Now we just had another one come out last week. So we are making progress, and we are hoping to shift that momentum from DST to permanent standard time.
So after listening to the conversation, do you support permanent daylight saving time, or do you support saving the standard time? Leave me a comment below, let me know. I'm Dr. Yishan, thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please consider subscribe and like. You can also subscribe our email newsletter. I will see you next time. Are you struggling with insomnia? Do you know there's one method out there? It's first-line treatment in many countries. It's very evidence-based and it's very effective. And it's called CBTI. So I have designed this 4-week-long CBTI course to help you recover from insomnia without relying on medication. I provide weekly Q&A sessions to help you tailor the treatment to your own needs and your own sleep pattern. Check it out at this website, mindbodygarden.com/insomnia.